We cannot control her.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. This is major. I'm going in.
Hey, this is Creative Chaos. I'm Jack.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to discuss Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've really been looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
I was a fan of the original and the anime shows.
Would you say you're a big fan?
Yeah,
the original?
big fan.
Yeah.
I haven't seen everything.
Yeah.
I haven't read the original manga, but I saw the original movie and I've seen the series and stuff like that.
Yeah. I've just seen the original movie and that's about it. And I liked it. I wouldn't say I'm a crazy big fan or anything, but I was just like, yeah.
What's your favorite movie, Jack?
My favorite movie? What? Ever?
All-time greats.
The Matrix.
Exactly. Do you know what wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Ghost in the Shell?
The Matrix wouldn't exist.
Exactly. Okay. That's how awesome this is. Which is why I've been looking forward to it so much. Because I think it's great. I really like the original. Visually, this movie was amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of just amazing.
It's insane.
To look at. To be honest, like the world is really cool. It's such a detailed sci-fi world, and there's really cool, crazy like 3D adverts and stuff like that in the street. It just like every time that the characters are just walking down the street, it's like you just want to see more of the world, basically.
Too many mid shots in the street. I just wanted to grab the camera and pull it out so I could see everything.
Yeah.
So it was awesome, like you were saying, like the 3D like hologram advertisements everywhere, but like just each piece of the street was awesome because there were like vendors, there were people selling shit, there was like the cars zipping in and out. Like it felt like a world that existed and was being lived in. It was really cool.
You are the first of your kind, but you're not invulnerable.
Maybe next time you can design me better.
Yeah,
I think she did all right.
I think she was pretty good. I mean, she's done like kind of action things like this before.
Hey!
It was interesting seeing her trying to act as a robot. Like there are weird things in the performance where she deliberately like acts not human.
Yeah.
Where she's like, she leans over in a weird way and she does like a robot walk.
And when
she literally does a robot like a little bit.
Kinda does.
But it seems kind of like a natural.
Yeah.
It seems done in a good way.
There were quite a few kind of moments, like even when she's just sitting down, where like it looks like her body is like useless to her. Kind of. Like there's a bit where she's just like sat on the table and it's like it really does look like everything's just going on in her head. Yeah. And that everything else is literally just a piece of machinery.
She does actually convey the fact that she's conflicted about even having like this body and stuff like that, and she's not really sure what to do with it. Yeah. Kind of thing. I think I
think she did a really good job. I think it was because like I just see it all as like an adaptation, which it is. So I try not to compare it as much to the original. But I was really worried that I would just see Scarlett Johansson and not the character. And I think there's like a nice in between because the character is like a bit different to in the original, but it's like not just, you don't just see the actor either. Like she has like made her own take on the character. Yeah. I think she did a good job.
There are different aspects to her character in this to the original as well, aren't there? Because the backstory type stuff about her finding out about her past.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of different. Yeah. A different angle on like finding out who she is.
Yeah.
And I thought she did a good job of trying to convey like, because she's having a lot of like identity issues and stuff, but she's also trying to act like a robot, like she doesn't care about anything.
Yeah.
I think she found a good balance between, trying to be emotional and not emotional at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's a weird thing.
Because I think it's really easy to judge, but when you actually break it down like that, and like how many different levels there are to the character, and the fact that she was able to do it all well, like show emotions but still be a robot, like that's really complicated when you think about it, and the kind of different methods an actor could do with that, different things that an actor could do with that. I think she did good.
We could talk about her and the villain kind of guy, the hacker.
Okay, the villain, yeah.
Yeah. So like she gets persuaded quite easily by him, I think.
Oh, do you think that was too easy?
Yeah, maybe. Like,
okay.
They just she kind of like lets him off. Like,
yeah.
But I guess that's kind of the point. Like that she knows well, like when he says like, oh, I know about the past and I know the truth and whatever
Yeah.
he has, like she kind of believes it a little bit, so she lets him off, like because
Right.
she would just go and
Yeah.
like kill him, right?
Yeah,
like
true.
that's what she went in there to kill him, and
Yeah.
then she kind of lets him off and lets him persuade her and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that. But then I guess in the end he is right, like
Yeah.
about.
But he still killed a bunch of innocent
Yeah.
people, though, too.
Yeah, and that's what she says. She's like, no,
Yeah.
you're a murderer, da 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 da. But she kind of lets him off a little bit,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I guess that does happen. I think... I do agree, now that you bring it up, because I don't really think of that. But I think she already had her suspicions going in.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think it's so much a case of, like, he just is like, hey, do this, and she's like, oh, okay, no, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I think it's more that she already had she already didn't really trust the people around her,
Yeah.
and then he just kind of confirms her suspicions rather than just
No,
telling
that's
her.
what I did. Yeah, that's what I did think that. Though, yeah, she does have a little like suspicion, I guess,
Yeah.
that this guy is on something. I don't know what this guy's called either. To be honest, that'd be useful. I know what he's called.
I forgot his name.
The
Just call him bad guy. It's fine.
hacker bad guy.
Yeah,
That's his name.
hack guy.
But then the other thing in that scene is she does kind of like just run off and leave.
Yeah,
Leave
that
him
was
to
lame.
Fight the other fight the other guys.
She just kind of
She's
throws
like,
her
yeah,
team under the
screw you,
bus.
screw you guys.
Yeah.
That's Section 9, right? That's what they're
Yeah.
called. She's like, screw you guys. I'm having identity issues, so I'm gonna like just run away and let you
I don't know what's going on.
let you fight
anymore.
this guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really weird, especially when they've done having the conversation, the bad guy and Major.
Yeah.
She just stands there while he pulls out 2 motherfucking Uzis and just sprays at her team, and
Yeah.
she's just standing there.
Yeah.
Like I thought
Like,
she'd at least like.
I don't know whose
put
side
into-
I'm on anymore.
Yeah, I thought she'd.
But kind of. Yeah.
If she was gonna run away, I thought she'd at least like deck him or like just throw him on the floor and then run away, just to make sure her team's safe. Because that bit seemed really off to me. Because like
Yeah.
as much as she didn't trust the corporation, what was it? Hacker.
Or Hank.
Hanker. That was
Hanker,
it.
yeah.
As much as she didn't trust them, I think she did trust her team, and she like she says to Barta like I trust you
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I thought
And,
she'd be a bit more on their side.
Yeah, and the leader of Section 9 seemed pretty cool. The Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to have this kind of respect. Like he was really on her side the whole time,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I like
So
that.
that was cool. I guess we'll talk about like Major and the bad guy in the end, kind of thing. Because by the end they're basically friends, which is weird.
I didn't
So
like that.
what happens in the final conflict is just like, since her and the bad guy are friends now, they have to just sort of fight the spider tank and that random other bad guy, which we haven't really seen much the entire film. So there isn't really much of a personal like fight at the end. It's more just like cool video game boss fight.
Yeah.
And it is really cool, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it's not a very personal ending.
I wasn't so sure about the whole them knowing each other in a previous life thing. I can't.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit kind of. I feel like they had to humanize the bad guy too much, and I don't think they needed to because he's the bad guy.
Yeah, well, in the anime film, he's an AI, right?
Well, I don't know if he's just a straight up AI or if he's like kind of like the Major, where his human his brain got put in something.
Yeah.
And now he's like he doesn't even need his brain anymore. Like he is literally, it's like he's from human turned into AI. Like his ghost or whatever is like literally all data now and can go through networks and stuff like that. And like in the movie, he just used like this female bot to talk through.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool because it's like it doesn't. You don't. I mean, I don't even know if they confirm whether it's a girl or a guy. Like, it's just it's just a person.
Yeah.
What is it? Artificial intelligence?
Incorrect. I am not an AI. My codename is Project 2501. I am a living, thinking entity who was created in the sea of information.
So I feel like that was kind of not there in this one. I feel like they had to humanize the bad guy too much. And so as a character, I don't think it works as well. Having said that, the fact that they've adapted it to film and like want to make it more accessible to a lot more audiences, I can see why they've made the changes they did.
Yeah.
And in his actual design as well, I thought was really
His
cool.
design's cool, yeah.
And his voice.
Yeah.
He sounds like a robot. Remember
Yeah.
Microsoft Sam?
Yeah.
I feel like he based
Yeah,
his
he had a
performance
weird-
on that.
He based his performance
I
on that.
think he did.
Yeah, he does have a very unusual robotic kind of voice.
Yeah,
It goes back to the thing of like maybe he doesn't care about being human or sounding human anymore. So we're like, why would he?
and he
Why would
glitches
he
out
sound
a
human?
couple of times as well while he's
glitching.
talking.
What do you want from me?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
Again, for an adaptation, I think they did a really good job.
Yeah, especially
I don't want to
for-
sit here and nitpick everything because I think they did all right.
Yeah,
considering
especially for
its
an
source
anime.
material.
Especially for an anime adaptation. Like,
Yeah.
there aren't that many that I think have done this well. To be
Yeah,
honest.
me neither. I feel like this movie's got a ton of shit that it doesn't deserve. I'm not even going to talk about the controversy with the actors and stuff
No.
because that's a whole different conversation. But just in terms of like how good the movie is, I feel like people have been quite harsh on it. I think it's really good as an adaptation because it's not exactly the same, but I don't think they pissed all over it either. I think they were actually really respectful. Again, that's different. I know how people think they weren't because of the choices of casting and stuff, but let's ignore that. But the actual source material itself, I think they were really respectful and did a really good job. They didn't pick up on everything. I think there's a few themes that they missed out.
There's a lot of cool. Oh yeah, the themes I guess would be the main difference, but there's a lot of cool moments that are taken directly from the movie that are really cool. Like the fighting on the water.
One of my favorite scenes
when she's
of all
invisible,
time.
like that stuff's really cool.
Yeah.
What else? Well, there's the spider tank at the end thing, and there's
her falling off the roof.
Oh, jumping off the roof.
The
That's
whole
that's
geisha
amazing.
shootout scene, that was all cool.
Yeah, that's
I feel
amazing.
Like it was less fun. I feel like I would have not. There are some moments. It didn't need to be an 18. It didn't like it worked, and it was still Ghost in the Shell. But there was a few moments where I would have loved if it was just a bit more gory.
Yeah, because the anime's 18, right?
The anime's 18.
I remember some crazy shit happening to people in the anime.
Like the geisha shootout at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's not really a shootout because when she, when she's just sniping people, she pretty much takes most of them out through that, and like they're all standing there, and like one of the geishas has got someone, and then the next thing you know, like the head just blows up.
Yeah.
Like because that's how like heavy the shells are from the gun. And the heads just explode, and that would have been awesome. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
And there's like the punch out on the water as well. She breaks his arm and stuff and just takes him the fuck out, which would have been cool, but again it didn't need to happen. Like I see why they made it a 12. It still works. They actually added quite a lot, whereas usually you see an adaptation and it's like they skipped on this, they skipped on this, whereas they added on it, which I think is why this is a good adaptation because they respected the source material and they kind of added their own scenes to it rather than taking stuff away. They just thought, how can we build on it?
Yeah, because I thought that's something that people usually would get annoyed about, right? Is that a Hollywood film sort of glosses over the detail and stuff that you really love about, an anime or a video game or whatever it is. But this time it's like, it's kind of, like you said, there's a little bit more. Like, whether that's good or bad, I guess, is up to you.
It's,
but like,
it's down for you to decide.
There's at least as much content in this film as there is in the anime film.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
I think they get away with it, or the reason why I didn't hate it, like, I'm not so again, I could be completely wrong in thinking that that's not actually her backstory, because I haven't seen every Ghost in the Shell thing ever, but I wasn't a big fan of it, and I wasn't a big fan because I quite liked that her background is, like, totally left vague and, like, not spoken about. For me, it's kind of like reminiscent of the Joker, whereas, like, you don't need to know anything about him before he was the Joker.
Yeah, so would you say you didn't need the stuff with her being a human?
Yeah, no.
And finding about
her I don't
past
like
and
it.
Stuff, yeah.
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
I don't think it was bad. I just think it was unnecessary and kind of cheesy and kind of just
for that to be like kind of the point of that, because that's her story arc is finding out who she is. For that to be the main story arc is kind of what makes it a bit weak.
Yeah, definitely. Because her backstory was kind of weak as well. It's like, I was a girl that went missing. So what? It wasn't even that good of a payoff. So I didn't hate it. I still liked the movie. I still enjoyed everything, but it was unnecessary for me because I feel like her character is cool enough. It is, but they should have focused more on just her struggling to be her. And surviving in that world, figuring out who she is in that world, to me is enough of a
Yeah.
conflict to make a movie out of.
Everyone around me, they feel connected to something. Connected to something I'm not.
Like we were saying earlier, it could have done with human and a bit more heart. And
Yeah.
I know it's about robots
Yeah.
and questioning humanity,
Yeah.
but I feel like it could have had a bit more heart in it. But yeah, all in all, I think it was awesome.
I think
really
it was awesome.
enjoyed it.
It definitely looked awesome, and I want to see more of stuff that look. I want to see more films that look like that,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
have that kind of
definitely.
crazy world. And yeah, like we said before, the story was fine
Yeah,
but flawed.
like I
Yeah.
hope Cyberpunk is like the next big thing, and like everything's gonna be like this. I
that'd
would
be
love
awesome.
that, but because it's not done so
Yeah.
great,
We're
in
probably
the box
not.
office,
We're probably not seeing Ghost in the Shell 2.
You know, I
Would
doubt
you even?
it.
Would you want it? Because I think it could be
I would,
cool
yeah, because I think they did such a good
if
job.
they carry
now.
on and do a better job with the story.
Yeah,
like, it could be
'cause
really, really good.
They've got the visuals
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Down. Everything looks amazing. So,
Yeah.
and I still think they did an okay job with the
Yeah.
story. So imagine now that they've
Yeah.
got all that designed and figured
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and they figured out that world,
Yeah.
and they can just dive into the story and figure that out. I'd love to see a second one, but it's never
Yeah.
going to happen,
Well, probably not.
unfortunately.
But oh well.
But yeah, go see it. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, if you don't want to spend your money at cinema, fine. But at some point, I would definitely recommend
Yeah.
seeing it. If for nothing else than to just come to your own opinion,
Yeah.
rather than listening to everybody else that's bitching about it and not go to see it. Just
Yeah.
see it and decide what you think, is what I would say.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah,
Yeah. I think that's it.
awesome. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And yeah, cool.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe, like, do things like that.
All that stuff,
Maybe
please.
if you want to. Bye.
I don't know who to trust.
You trust me, right?
I know I have a past. I'll find out who I was.